Alright, I picked up some more solvents from the store, and I think we're going to give this one more rinse. I think the junk inside cleaned out pretty well. I don't think this needs to go to a ultrasonic cleaner to get it, you know, basically cleaned out. I mean, it's going to have to break in for 1,000 miles anyway, so it's going to get a quick oil change after it's installed. So I think with the heavier particles that do end up breaking loose, they're going to be too small to do anything major, and they're going to get flushed out. So let's see. I don't know if this, well, we'll try. Oh yeah, that should hold it. Yeah, still got some stuff in there. Let's just get a little bit more on this side. I feel a little happier about it. I mean, this really is looking pretty close to ready to install. You know what I could try? Just a little experiment. I've got a couple little cylinder heads to try with. Stick the head in the basin and put a couple of fish tank pumps in. Use maybe some Dawn dish soap, something that they can push around. And just see how good of a job it does. Yeah, I would almost say these casting plugs are clean. I don't know how good that shows up on the camera. Just saw a spot I wanted to get, that's all. There's like some stuff pooled up in this corner. Alright, okay, Ben, there comes a point where you have to stop. I wish I had a pick. You know what I do have? Not exactly. It's all smashed in. Okay, Ben, call it. just finish. This face is going to have to be cleaned. We've got some thread repair. Yeah, let's see. I'm kind of contemplating removing these altogether. This one I had to cut because the the exhaust manifold, since it's the turbo manifold, it doesn't have the clearance. I don't know. I'm going to try the thread repair. Excuse me. But first, let me get the rest of this surface clean. Do I have a brass brush? I have a lot of soft bristle brushes. Let me see if I have a brass brush. No, I don't see one. Okay, well, let me go gently with the wire brush. Suppose I could take the wire wheel to it, but I don't think that's, I think that's a little bit of overkill here. Now I tapped into the water outlet here for the water cooling on the turbo. And yeah, you got a few options. You could go with just an oil-cooled turbo, throw an oil cooler in with it. That's fine and simple. There's a couple other spots you could get your water from, or your coolant from for your turbo if you go water-cooled. And I think the intake was one popular spot. I know with the VQs, you can get your oil and your coolant from the oil cooler fitting, which is really convenient on a motor that's very hard to turbocharge. But for mine, I just tapped a NPT fitting on the corner of the water housing, and then on the corner of the thermostat housing, because they're both up front, and then you just have two really short pieces of hose. I mean, when it comes to plumbing, there's nothing really fancy. You just, you got options. You could make a fitting that goes in line with your radiator hose. Just with a little what do they call it? Do they call it boat fitting? There was a name for it. I'll probably remember later, but there's a type of fitting where you boat hull fitting, something like that. You cut a hole, you put a nut on the inside, and you have a fluid fitting on the outside. All right. So that looks pretty good. These look terrible. Let me see if this is even doing anything. I'll keep focusing on this one and then clean it and compare it to the others and see if there's a difference. If I could pick one, it would be that one. I mean, you can even see this built up carbon because they leak right here, right here. I mean, I suppose it's possible that the brand new turbo manifolds are warping after their first use. They're cast iron. Maybe just I'll put a fresh surface on it, put a fresh gasket on it, and it'll be good. I don't know. No, I don't think that's cleaning up. Alright, let me try a blade. I don't know. I don't think it's doing, well, no, it's doing a little. All right, I'm gonna get the wire wheel. I really hate to do that on aluminum. Oh, nice. Well, before I get to that, let me get to another surface. Take the wire wheel to this one. And what I'm going to do here is get as much as I can with the blade, and then as much as I can with the no scratch sponge. Then lightly clean with some 200 grit or finer sandpaper. And that's not enough to reshape it. It's just enough to get tall surfaces like, you know, leftover junk off. The main parts to watch are around all the passages and the cylinders. I like to get it all as clean as possible because you got to put the head on. You have, you know, let's say you got this spot here where it really, or here where it really doesn't matter how good your seal is, but you got some crud and it raises the gasket and it doesn't seal there. So you do want to make sure you're at least mostly clean all around. This is plastic. Is it? Yeah, it's plastic. Starting to worry there. Okay. There it is. Yep. Whoops, yeah, let's just spray the shelves. Let's see, 2,000 to 20. 20 feels about right. 1,080. Yeah, that's too hard. 400. Let's start with the 400. Move to 200. A little lower. Yeah, that's plenty. Suppose I could take the alignment dowel out. Is that an alignment dowel? No, that's some kind of passage. There are some brushes you can get. You put it in your drill, and you can more scientifically grind it down. You know, not grind it down, but polish it down and clean it. This really doesn't deform the face because it's just too thin. Yeah, but I mean, just letting you know this is the wrong way to do it. You know, the main thing is you want to focus on mainly the compression circles. You want to make sure those are completely clean. And then around any passages. Alright, that's cleaning up. And this is thicker here than it is between these two, and I think it's because these will fire at the same time, where these two won't. I'm not sure if that's. I don't hold me to it, but I think that has to do with why that's wider in the middle. Not that you have to do anything about it; it's just, you know, curiosity. My exhausted hand is telling me I should have started with the 200. Oh well. I'm committed now. You don't drink this water. Now, I'll be honest with the block. I have often just used the wire wheel, and then, you know, right around the cylinders I don't, but it's iron. It's pretty. It stands up for itself, and I think the stuff I'm taking off is mostly lead, so doesn't put up a fight at all. Alright. A little more up here, I'd say. You know, this might be fun to look at on a time lapse. Yeah, still got some stuff around these patches. Okay. All right. Go ahead and check it for flatness. Oh, and I've got to get the rest of the intake gasket off. Let me do that. I got my blade here. It stinks. I recognize the smell. It's like going to the junkyard. It's not that yummy burnt oil smell. This is a disgusting smell. These guys are a little famous for leaking. The KAs are. right around the intake gasket, which having gotten this far in, hopefully you can appreciate just how impossible it is to simply swap out the gasket. Sure, it's tempting to throw some like RTV red or RTV, I don't know what I would use here, ultra gray. I'm gonna have to use the big tool for this. There was some kind of gasket material that they use on the oil filter housing. And man, I torched it. I used a chisel, like pink. I could not get that stuff off. It just, I ended up using the gasket scraper, but it took days. These, I was hoping to be able to remove them when the head was in the car, and they didn't budge. Tempted to try again just so that they can be serviced, but I'm afraid of breaking one off.